On our way. So, hey everyone, my name is Sam Merbold. I'm the CEO here at roomvu, and today what I'm going to do is walk you through our platform, give you a few bits and pieces about how the whole platform works, a few things about social media and why it is so important, and then afterwards we will do a basic training of what you guys need to do on your profile so you can start to get social media automation. So a little bit of a background about me. I was a top producing agent here in Vancouver. I was selling about 200 mil a year, and my biggest pay was social media. So every coach, every trainer was like, you gotta post, you gotta be on social media. And I was like, how do I make sure that I'm posting consistently? How do I make sure that I come up with constant content and I appear as this person that is knowing what's going on in the market, knows what's happening with the mortgage rates, knows what's happening with different market happenings, knows what's going on in the market in terms of like sales up or down, or county level data, like things like that. And initially what we did was we had camera crews that would show up to your door, and the camera crew would be there. You would just have this script, you read through the script, you make a nice video out of it, and you post it. Guess what? That did not sustain for a while because people started canceling on us. Agents got busy, they wanted to do other things, and they wanted to connect with the actual buyers and sellers rather than creating content. So what we did afterwards was, okay, so we're going to make a video and we're going to give it to you so you can just post it on yourself by yourself. And that didn't work either because obviously, it was hard to get the content posted on various medias, and it was hard to do it consistently, right? So the biggest pain that we have is that consistency, right? So for that reason, we created this engine that comes up with content and then posts it for you. So this is the biggest thing that we do. We actually come up with the content and we post it on your behalf. So I'm going to show you like a few examples, and I'm going to also show you a few things about how the platform works. But before that, I want to kind of cover basically what social media is and why it's so important. You know it already, so I'll make it super quick and we can kind of go from there. All right, so first things first, we know the pain, right? The pain is every agent out there, every coach out there is telling us you gotta post content. But the biggest pain remains one thing, and that is posting content, curating it, and coming up with that is converting, right? So it's not just like just listed and just sold, or tips and tricks and saying like, do you like this color of this kitchen or that kitchen? You got to be educating your audience, right? So for that reason, we created this engine that goes through every little article that gets published throughout the web. It makes beautiful content out of it, and it personalizes and makes it so unique to the agent that it doesn't look like it was made by a machine or a third party. So it's like you have this team of third-party content creators and team of marketers that are doing their best to position you as this market leader. So you can do three things with our content, and we'll give you three tools. So today I'm going to cover all these three channels. The first one is social media. The next one is database nurturing. And then the third one is ads. So social media is for people that know you and trust you and follow you, right? So these are the people that we call your sphere of influence, right? So these people, all you have to do is just appear consistently and constantly on their feed while they're browsing their phone, right? So they're browsing their phone as long as they see you, as long as they are reminded that you do business and you are in the business of selling homes. That is pretty much what we want to achieve in there, right? So with social media, I will give you a few tips and tricks as to like how to boost your engagement and so on. But the idea is that with social media, you want to make sure that you're posting consistently. You want to make sure you're posting on one or two channels, at least two channels, I would say. And you want to make sure you do a few things to actually boost that. The next thing is ads. So ads is for people that know you, that do not know you, but are in your area. So let's say you're running an ad in a specific neighborhood, right, or a specific city. These are the people that do not know you yet, do not trust you yet. And what you would do with ads is you're going to get a cold lead from them. All right. So a definition of a cold lead is that I just gave you my contact. I don't know who you are, and I do not want to hear from you right away. I do not want you to call me right away, but I want you to send me information. I want you to educate me as to what's happening in the market. And when the time comes, I'm ready to buy. A typical lead in an ad or any ad system that you see out there is taking up to 6 months or a year before they pull the trigger, before they start becoming an active customer. So you need to know the difference between ads and social media. Social media is that fellow that you met at a party. They already have met you. They know who you are. Ads is for that person that does not know who you are. They do not trust you, and they do not want to get a call from you right away. They want to be nurtured. They want to be getting information, but that's about it. And then the third channel is your database, right? So you have these people from past deals. You have these people from various sources. It could be Zillow leads. It could be all leads. It could be anything, right? And for these people, you want to run a consistent newsletter campaign, a consistent way to communicate with them and send them information. And this is showing up in their inbox, right? So these are all the three channels that we will cover today. So now I'm going to cover a few things about what are the things that we know about social media, and then we can kind of go from there in terms of just training you as well. So why social media? Well, we don't need a reason for it. It's 4.5 billion people on it, and the biggest source of leads when we look at like popularity of different lead gen tools is basically social media. Then it goes to CRM, then it goes to MLS sites and so on. Then here's another insight. We're also looking at how popular is each social media for lead generation. So the cool thing is, and we knew that, like Facebook is all the way up there, then it's Instagram, then you have LinkedIn, then you have Twitter, and then you start to see the rise of TikTok, right? So the people are getting in there. We're starting to see a lot of traction in here. There's a lot of talks as to how TikTok will be the new Instagram in the coming years. And the reason is simple, right? People are starting to move from Facebook to Instagram. People with, I would say always, people with the most intent are hanging around in LinkedIn. People with real jobs, people with passion for growth are always on LinkedIn. And then Twitter, it's an own audience, but you want to get in there and you'll be surprised by how many people are actually posting to Twitter. And then you got TikTok as well. TikTok, I would remind you one thing. Instagram is not for millennials anymore. Instagram, there is over 1 billion people on Instagram. So you got to make sure you're up there, you're posting consistently, and you're getting consistent visibility on it. So the next question that we ask agents is, how do you measure success on social media, right? So this is the biggest thing. A lot of times we are counting likes and we're counting follows, but the biggest success that we get on social media is that call that you're getting from that client, is that direct message that people will send you on Instagram or Facebook and so on. So that DM is why you're doing this. So you're not counting likes, you're not counting views. Yes, you count views, but do not count likes, because whatever you do, no matter how efficient you are with your marketing, the moment you post very personal stuff, you're going to get a lot of likes. The moment you post like market education and you post consistently, your likes will go down, but your visibility goes up. So that's something else to consider and think about. Next piece of the puzzle is that what we see is that a lot of agents post home searches like let me mute Pete. So yeah, a lot of agents post things about it, like home search, list of homes, and so on. I will get to these again, but let me go back and introduce what roomvu does, and we will come back and I'll walk you through these. The rest of this presentation we'll talk about when we come back to this. We will talk about best times to post, what to post, and whatnot. So let's go back now. Let's go take a look at an agent in your office and see what it is that we do for them and the various things that are out there. So first things first, I'm going to search for another Remax agent first, and show you what it is that we do, and then we will come back and show you what it is that we do for a Remax agent in your office. So let's go. Okay, can you guys see my screen? I assume yes. All right, so this is Ali. He is an agent out in Toronto, and we are posting his social media feed. All right, so all these posts that you see here is made by us, right? So all these hashtags, all these contents that you see, everything is done and posted by us. So this is your Instagram feed, basically. We post this automatically without you lifting your finger. All you have to do is just connect your social medias to us, give us your profile photo. In most cases, we have it. And then just tell us what your branding looks like and so on. And we would post the entire thing for you. And you can see the ending, the beginning, everything will be custom tailor-made for you. So this is that impact of just posting consistently, right? And you can see all these contents being made and posted on your behalf. All right, so that's that. And then we also do stories for you. So let me see if this story is ours. Yes, this one is ours. And then, so obviously you have to do your own content. And then if I go here, he's made some of our stories as a highlight. So you can actually see some of the content that we've made and we posted for him. So this is us. We actually came up with the headline. We came up with the whole description, and there's a link in there that you can actually read these through. But the idea is that you have to post consistently. If you're not posting consistently, you are not getting that visibility, right? So that's that in a nutshell. So this is Instagram. I will show you another agent on LinkedIn now. And then we would just, what we do is we basically go through and post everything for you. So okay, let's see this account. All right, so now let's take a look at your dashboard. Okay, so this is what you will get. Every agent in the office now gets one of these dashboards. And what we would do after this meeting is we're gonna email you a username and password, and we would also give you the details so that you can actually start logging into your account. So you can either log in with your phone number. So simply you can just log in with your phone number, or we would just start building these integrations with the Remax dashboard so you can actually come from there. So what do you get in this dashboard? What's there? So let's take a look here. You will have a lot of content that is sitting here, and all you have to do is just add your headshot. Okay. So for the purpose of this, meeting, I would actually add Roger's headshot and I would remove it afterwards. I don't know if Roger is attending this one or not, but if you are, just bear with me. I'm going to add a profile picture here. I'm going to play around with a few things, and then you can kind of go from there.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam, sorry to interject real quick. I noticed that the name of the company is wrong. It says Remax Elevator. It should be Remax Elevate. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see.
Yeah, okay, so this one is signed up by by themselves. It's not signed up by us.
Uh,
We gotta fix. Like, don't worry. Like for the actual agents, this would
Easy
be
peasy.
yes, yes. Oh, that's a good one. That's a very important one. Okay. So and Michael is here. He would ensure that every agent is getting the right name and so on. So what we would do also is we would try to actually import your profile picture here, so you don't have to do it. So we'll work with Jay to actually import it here, so you don't have to come in and do it manually. But if you want to use the system, you can actually just come on in and add it in. So what do you get in this dashboard anyway? So you get three things. Remember how I talked about three channels and three different mediums and so on? Let's take a look at them. So the first thing you're gonna see is you're gonna see a lot of videos in here. Okay, so you go to your video list, you would see a lot of market updates first. Okay, you would see a lot of content that is general to the US or your area, or like Denver, it could be Colorado, it could be whatever. And then you would also see a ton of content that is like mobile friendly. So these are usually good for like TikTok and so on. And you will see a lot of other content that is like tips and tricks and so on, right? And if you're having a Spanish clients, you would also see Spanish videos and so on. But here is like, let's just walk through one of these and see what these contents are. So this is Denver County market updates. Again, you would have to tell us which market you're active in, and I will show you how that's done. But the moment you tell us which market you're active in, we would start posting content and we would start setting up content in that area for you. All right. So you can see the whole content in here, and you would see a ton of county level market data, right? So just tell me a county name. Let's say it could be.
Let's do Eagle County up a little bit because that's his county. Up one more row.
All right, Eagle.
Right there. Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah. Up.
Yeah,
right there.
up there. Okay. All right. So this is the Eagle County market updates. So you can see the data came from Colorado Association of Realtors. So it's reliable, it's accurate. We are not making data up because we do not want to be reliable for the data. We just want to make sure that we are delivering something really accurate for you guys. So this would compare inventory, this would compare the whole thing, and it will give you a nice video that is customized to Roger here, right? Okay, so now I'm going to add a profile photo for Roger, and we can kind of go from there. So first things first, this is what I want you guys to come in and do. This is the first thing you would do. So you go back to the dashboard or anywhere in the profile, really. This is your first look at the dashboard, right? So you got to do a couple of things to get this going. First things first, you got to click on your profile photo here, and you have to add your profile picture. Okay. So again, I'm just going to use a template stock photo here, and we would replace that later on. So this is an image. You're happy with it. You just upload it. You put it in, and then you check everything in here: your phone number, your name. If you have like a license number or a DRE or whatever that you want to put in, you can do that, and you can simply click update. All right. So now I'll show you a cool thing. Every content is now branded with your profile photo. So that's the first thing. Now look in here. All of these mini contents are also updated with your photo, right? So, and this is your ad center. You get the whole thing in here, right? So let's take a look at this. The next thing I want you guys to do is you come in here.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Good day.
Jess, you got to mute yourself.
Okay, I did. Okay. All right. So next, you want to select your city, you want to select your submarket video, and you want to tell us to basically like customize these contents. So Jay, tell me a city.
So do Vail, V-A-I-L, V is in Victor.
Okay.
No,
V.
not
Okay.
yeah.
V as Victor. Okay.
I-L, V-A-I-L.
V-A-I-L-L. I think I got it. Vail,
Yep,
Colorado.
Colorado. There you go.
Okay, and then we can just use the Eagle County here.
Eagle County, yeah.
Where did it go? I think I saw it. There you go, Eagle County.
Oh yeah, there it is.
All right, and then you can just confirm and set up your accounts with. All right, now it tells you got to do a demo. If you want to do a demo, you can just get in a call with our customer support, and 8 people. Sorry, our office is next to a hospital. Just give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so now all you have to do is go through these steps. The first step is to get a demo. Obviously, if you click on these, you would see the time slots available, so you can get a free onboarding session. We have a ton of customer support reps available, and they will train you as to like what to do with the platform and so on. The next step is customize your content themes. Okay, and you can see that right here. So you can play around with a lot of looks and feels with the platform. Okay, and I will show you what that looks like. So this could be your branding color. So this is the first one, or you can just say, you know what, I like my branding color to be like this. Okay, and Remax Elevate will get its own branding color soon, and it would even look slightly different than the general Remax. Okay, and then next you can say, okay, I want my content to either look like this or this. You can just pick out different themes. You can select different things for the videos. You can say, I want to have an intro, an outro, different things that would customize my video even more, right? So we already make an outro for you. Let's say you can have an additional phone number, and I'm just going to say 970-970-970, right? Just for the purpose of this presentation. You can have your additional license number here. I'm just going to put whatever, and then I'm going to just put a website here. Okay, and you can even put your slogan. So your slogan could be Roger gets you top dollar, right? Whatever, for your home. Okay, and you can just simply create the outro, right? So notice that now you can have the license number, you can have the secondary phone number, and everything would show up with your account now. So if I go back here, you will basically see all of that data showing up in the last slide. So this is just the videos, okay? Now let's go take a look at these mini images. What are these? Why do we even have them? So you can click on these. You can get an Instagram story version or a Facebook post version. The content is already made for you. And every one of you guys, even on the free plan, you get this, right? So you get this for free. You can just simply come in and you can grab a content that would give you like a nice image. You can just add it with your links and so on. And this is ready to go on Instagram and Facebook and so on. So this is already done. You don't need to do anything with that. And then you can again see a ton of content that is in here. So a lot of images, a lot of videos and so on. But this is not our biggest power yet. Our biggest power lies into this little thing that you see in here, the content calendar, right? So this is your content calendar. Okay, this is what we will post for you, and different accounts would get different schedules, right? So Roger will get a different schedule as to Sue, and Sue will get a different schedule as to Pete, right? So this is the biggest power in here, right? So just remember that there is going to be a lot of content in here, and a lot of content that you can basically see and play around. And so you can see like this is the content that we would pick and choose for you, and this is the idea there. And then if you go back to dashboard again, these are all the contents that you would essentially see, and you can basically pick and choose them, and you can also select them to be posted on your social media, right? So that's your calendar. So now what do I have to do? So I want you guys to do two simple things. First, add your profile photo, make sure your information is accurate. Next, you got to add either a Facebook account, a LinkedIn account, or a Twitter account, right? So these are the three things that I want you guys to do, right? So this is very simple. I'm not going to click connect, but because if I do, it would connect to my Facebook account, right? So make sure you're opening this on a desktop and make sure you're just clicking connect. The moment you click connect, we will essentially make sure that we are grabbing the right content for you, and we are customizing your calendar. So initially you would see a template calendar. The moment you connect, we would learn what your audience do, and we would start setting up a calendar for the right order and so on. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the first channel. So any questions about social media before I dive deep into the rest of the things? That will be email campaigns and that will be ads.
So Sam, we had a question, and that was, do you have like the ability to do team accounts or team photos, that sort of thing?
Yeah. So I will show you that as well now. Okay, so there are 3 tiers, guys, that you would get access to under this program. Okay, and I will walk you through these tiers now. The first tier that you get is what you get from the brokerage. So this tier gives you access to 1 social media automation and 1 post a week. Okay, this is just 1 post a week, 1 social media, and that's it, right? The next tier up, which is very affordable as well, is $24.99, and you guys will get a discount on this because Jay and the team really worked hard to negotiate a discount level for the brokerage, right? So you will get a discount code, and I think Michael would send this at the end of this presentation, and we can kind of go from there. So basically, you get a discount code that you can upgrade to these plans, and and the idea is that with that, you get a percentage off on these prices. But what does it give you? The first tier is $24.99. With that, we post 5 to 7 times a week on your social media. And we post to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Okay. The next one is the premium tier. Under the premium tier, you get more content like Eagle County content, right? And the idea is that with this plan, you get more hyper-local content that we posted for you. You will get access to video editing, and you will also get access to YouTube automation. And the most important thing in this plan is your weekly newsletter campaigns. And I will show you what that is in a second. But the idea is that we send content to your audience, to your database every week. Okay. So that's the premium plan, and then the platinum plan. The platinum plan is everything that you saw in here, but you get, most importantly, a design team that would design everything for you. So if you're a team, if you're a top producing agent, or if you want to really differentiate yourself, you're gonna go on these platinum tiers. So the platinum is only $100 a month. It's $3 per day-ish. And the idea behind it is everything is super customized to you. So you can do various things. You can even have a video at the beginning of every content that we're posting. So this is Steven. He tried to even differentiate himself more. So he recorded a bunch of videos. We're stitching them with these brandings that we made at the beginning of every video. And you can see even the content that we made for them is super, super customized. Okay. This is another example. So this is Monica. She's also a Remax agent. And you can see we made the content stand out even more, right? So the content is standing out so much that you can actually see and feel that this is all done for her, right? So with these, the beginning and end of every content is super customized to you. And the idea is that with these, you would have that personalized experience. And you can have teams in there. You can have various things. I will show you a LinkedIn account. And that would have a team in there. Hang on. So this is Richard Silver. He's the past president of Toronto Real Estate Board, and he has been kind of our mentor and using our product quite a bit. So you can see his LinkedIn feed now, and in there I will show you. So this is a team account. You can see here. So this is all custom tailor-made. The opening was chosen by him. This was chosen by him and his partner. And the idea is that you would have that team look and feel with every content that gets posted, right? So again, this is all custom tailor-made for him, and we would post that for you. Another thing is you can have content looking like this, or we're actually changing this for him to have him and his partner showcased in here. So the idea is that we would come up with consistent content, and we would make that super customized to you. So this is our designer sitting down to make sure that the content is customized. I will show you something else in here. And if you click on these, you will get a landing page. And I would also show it for Jay's as well. You will get a landing page that has the content summarized, because let's face it, no one wants to read that gigantic PDF anymore, but people want the summary of the content, right? So you can basically come in here, take a look at the content, and then if it looks good, if it's all good, you can also let people ask you questions like, how much is my home worth, or which homes I can afford, and so on. And the idea is that you summarize the content, you make a beautiful content out of it, and you enable people to see it and interact with it. So going back to social media, again, I will just cover pricing a little bit, and then we would just jump into ads a little bit after. So again, every one of you guys would have one post a week and one social media automated. And I strongly suggest to just get in there, explore your account, and see what's out there. The second thing is you would also get the more hyperlocal content and email marketing with premium, and then platinum is customized designs for you guys. All right, so now let's take a look at your other sources of lead generation. So we covered social media. I want to say a few things about social media, and I think they're super important. So guys, we do 80% of the work. 80% of the work is posting consistently, and we will do that for you, okay? We'll post consistently. We will make sure that you are appearing as this market leader, as this brand ambassador that knows what's happening in the market. But that 20% is still very much you and who you are. So you cannot automate that. And I cannot emphasize this enough. You still have to post something very personal, something that's unique to you by yourself on a channel. So this could be you picking up kids from the school. This could be you hitting the gym. This could be you doing a run. Whatever it is that you're doing, this could be you golfing. You still have to post that, right? And we will give you ideas for that. So we'll make sure to give you ideas on your calendar, and we will tell you, hey, today we're not posting something for you. This is your turn to do something personal. But you got to do that. Otherwise, your social media, no matter who you hire, no matter what you do, you still have to have that personal touch. Otherwise, it would just feel unauthentic, right? Like it wouldn't be authentic. It wouldn't be that connecting experience, right? Remember, we buy from people and we connect with people that we trust and know, right? So if you're not showing your true self on social media, you will not get that personal connection. So don't forget that. There is no, I would say, with the content that we post, there is no overdoing personal content. You can just keep on posting personal content, because if you will take on the heavy lifting of posting professional content, you guys should still post a lot of personal content. I would say at least once a week, and just make it very consistent. So next, I'm going to walk you through our ad system. Okay, so what are these anyway? So remember how I told you that there are two channels for social media. The first one is your social media organic followers. The second one is the people that you connect to through ads. Okay. And here are a bunch of ads here, seller ads, buyer ads, and so on, different languages, different themes, different content. But the idea again is that we provide a ton of content, the whole ads management system. So you can basically come in here, take a look at the different styles that we have, take a look at different things that are available, and just go ahead and create your first essentially content in here. So right here, this is the content. If you're happy with it, you click next. I would do something else. I can just edit this ad and say, wondering what your home will sell for. Again, I would just say, maybe Roger gets your home sold fast. I don't know. Okay, and if I click update now, this ad will be super customized to Rogers. Okay, right here, this is all looking good. You go next. You check to see how this ad looks on Instagram. You check to see how this ad looks on Facebook. If it's all good, you go and set up a campaign. So when you get here, you can say, I want to spend like $10 a day, $15 a day in Vail, Colorado, and target people within the 25-mile radius of that. And then you can basically say, I want to run ads for $15 a day, $10 a day. But remember one thing, if you started ads, you have to commit to a budget, right? Do not run ads for like $50 and think you're going to be magically rich from it. It's a process, right? So you start with this ad, it will give you, let's say you run this ad for $100 a week, right? It will give you approximately like 5-6 leads, but you're going to consistently run this ad to, one, gain followers, two, get leads. Okay. The moment you get leads, these leads have to be nurtured. Okay. And this is the most important part of this puzzle. Okay. So as soon as these leads come in, you would see them. You will get a text from us. You will get a, and if you have CRMs, we would integrate with those and we would send them there. And you would also get an email from us that says, hey, this guy just signed up for your emails, for your ad. But this is the most important part. You want to send them content right after. So what we would do is, if this is a buyer, we would send them tips on qualifying for basically for your home, tips on qualifying for financing. If they're a seller, we would send them a branded video of you saying, hey, these are the things that you have to do to boost curb appeal. These are the things that you have to do to stage your home, right? So these are some staging tips. Again, these are branded videos of you, the agent, being sent to the customer. For a period of 1 week, even if you're not on any paid plan, we would send them text messages and we would send them branded video in terms of emails, right? So the idea is that you kind of put these guys through a mini CRM. We don't want to call our system a CRM, but we would just post content for you. And then the last piece of the puzzle is your email marketing. So remember how I talked about email marketing and the other channel? This is what it looks like. So you can see here that we would post content on your behalf. Okay. And this would just post like relevant content to your audience, right? Now I need to know, like Roger probably signed up on the wrong account here, but because it's showing Canadian content, but be rest assured that this would show Colorado content, the same content that is shown here. Okay, but the idea is that we would send content automatically to your audience, right? And we would send these in a way that you click on these, you would see them, and they can just read through it and kind of go from there. So far, I covered 3 things, right? First one, your social media. Second one, your ads. And third one, your email marketing. Any questions about these?
Yeah, we have one quick question.
When they provide all the options for content,
Okay.
when it's in the list, does it disappear to show that you've used it?
So I think the question is in the where you can select all the content. If you choose one, does that choice then disappear going forward, showing that you used it?
Yes, yes. It would share, it would take as and say, this is posted already. And remember one thing, we never want to schedule old content. So that's why we actually allow people to download our content, because we know 2 months from now, none of these contents are relevant, right? You want to be posting like really relevant content that is showing what's happening with today's market, right? And we would always come up with fresh content. So if I go back here into our account in here, you would see a lot of these contents were added right before the long weekend. And then we would also add a lot of content today by around like 12 o'clock. So you would see a lot of content that's posted and that's showing up 12 o'clock Eastern time, obviously, PST. You would see a lot of content that we have brought in right there and then. The idea is that like every day there's a ton of content that's added, and we make sure two things. One, the content that you post is recent and relevant. Two, we are not posting the same content for the same agents in the same office, right? So that's very important. Even it goes down to the region. So we make sure 99% of the posts in the Colorado region, in the Boulder region, in various offices are not the same content, because we have a lot of content. We just make sure we're giving a good variety of content in there. But remember a couple of things about social media, right? Like the first thing that I said is you got to connect more than one social media, and you got to connect at least 5 to 7 times a week. Okay. You cannot just rely on one post a week and think that's going to do magic. The second thing is social media is a long-term game. Do not just do 2 posts and think you're going to get the best engagement out of it. No, it's the visibility that counts. It's the consistently that counts, right? So if you're not consistent, if you're not, I would say visibly, visible every pretty much day in my feed, do not expect me to call you. Do not expect me to give you that referral when I'm thinking of an agent, right? So it's really important to actually show up there and post. So in this series, I just covered a little bit about what social media tools we have and so on. But what we would do now is every one of you guys will get a message from us to book your one-on-one free customer support demo, right? With these, you're going to get the onboarding, you're going to get the whole essentially onboarding to walk you through your account. Then we're going to do another session, probably like in 2 weeks time or a month time. That would be how to set up your Instagram, how to set up your TikTok, how to get there, how to add your old contacts, how to bring more people to follow you. These are the basics. I know you guys will be like, why do you teach me again? But we've seen on and on in every office that these are the basic training that we have to give. And a lot of people miss those, right? So I've seen this, that agents would just create a LinkedIn account. They do not add any contacts in. And we post there, okay, sure, but you have to have people there first so we can actually post content. So it's really important that you do the basics right. Or like if you're setting up your Instagram, make sure you're setting it up in a consistent way. So like it's set up as a business, it is showing up so people can search you, people can find you, and so on. So we would do those things. And the last piece about social media, if you're posting to Facebook business, okay, Facebook business is a pay-to-play model. So do not expect a huge visibility from Facebook business. Facebook business is now more of a portal, more of a review center. So people can go in, find you and see if you've been doing consistent posts and so on, but it will not bring you visibility. If you want visibility on Facebook, either share that Facebook post on your personal account. So grab the post that we made on your Facebook business and share it on your personal account. Or if you go on the platinum tier, which is $100 a month, you would get Facebook personal automation as well, right? So you can also use that, or just run ads to make sure you're appearing on Facebook, or better than everything, just connect Instagram, go on Twitter, go on LinkedIn as well. Make sure you're connecting and make sure you're grabbing all the people. And this is the most important thing that we keep seeing with every social media account. All right, more questions, guys?
Doesn't look like it here.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna do another session. The code, guys, to get your discount. You guys will get a 10% discount, and the code Michael just sent it in here. It's B_Boulder10, right? So make sure you use that code. Make sure you use that to get your discounts, and we would start emailing you your username and password. We will email you your credentials, and you can also log in with your phone number. So don't worry about that. And then just make sure you add your profile photo, make sure you are adding the rest of the things, and we should be all good to go.
Cool. Well, thank you. And so just to clarify, the discount code for Remax of Boulder is _B_Boulder10. And then for Elevate, it's _B_Elevate10.
Yes, correct.
Great.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much, Jay, for organizing this. This is, I think, this is the biggest step. It will take 3 to 4 months before all the agents are onboarded. From what we've seen, it will take maybe 2 months or 1 month to actually see the result of all these efforts that you guys are doing. But it is a process, guys. Social media is not done in one night. It's a process. And the agents that come to me the most, and they're like, "Hey, Sam, I want to go viral." The first question I ask them is like, "Well, when was the last time you posted?" A lot of times we don't post anything, and we want the result. You gotta get in there, and you gotta do it step by step. We are there to help you. We're there to give you the basics, and we will give you the trainings, and we can kind of go from there. All right. More questions? Looks like we're good.
Yeah, we have one in back.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you track disengagement, and what is the level of disengagement? Because if I post on a personal site and on my business site, then I'm worried that I'm an agent with 100% referrals, and now I'm becoming extremely promotional all of a sudden.
So the question was, do you track disengagement? So the concern is too much business on the personal page will make people disengage.
So which account are we talking about? Is it more of a Facebook account or an Instagram account?
Probably Instagram. Yeah, probably either.
Okay. So on Instagram, we actually do something really smart. We count the level of likes and follows. And depending on what content promotes better and works better, we would do, well, by default, we do more stories than posts. Because stories, it's not as kind of disruptive, and it's not as bad. Like, people can just skip it, right? And stories are the greatest form because you do a lot of you get a lot of engagement from them, right? So, but we do track the engagement there, and based on the engagement, we optimize your social media, right? So we know how many people clicked on it, we know how many people basically engage with it, and then we would continue to optimize the number of posting. We will continue to optimize the type of post that we're doing based on that, and that's the whole goal, right? But on Instagram, we do a lot more stories than posts. Posts are just like maybe 1 or 2 twice a week. We do not want to post more than that. And you want to make sure that you do a lot of stories there.
What about Reels on Facebook?
So we are
or-
doing
or-
reels. We're still experimenting a lot of reels. So we do a lot of reels on TikTok and so on. But we're still experimenting to see how we can actually make the reel go viral. There might be an agent component that we might need. So we're working on a lot of ideas there to make sure we're actually increasing the engagement on reels, because reels, you got to go really like one layer deeper and create like something like super engaging with the agent in it to get that reel going. So that's something else that we're also exploring. But we do post reels, but we're optimizing. Like we're just constantly trying to see what we can do to make it even better and go even more viral.
Great. All right. Well, thank you for your time today, Sam. We really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. So guys, you're gonna get a few emails from us. Do not panic. We're not hacking to your accounts or anything. We want to get you set up, and then once that's done, we would walk you through the whole process. You would get onboarding every step of the way, and our customer support is there to help you. So make sure you're basically connecting your first social media, and we can kind of go from there. All right. Thank you so much, guys, and thanks for joining. And this recording will be sent on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thanks. Bye-bye.